afternoon, everyone. Mary Beth here, and I am coming to you today because Anita has asked the leaders in the tribe to help out with training. And I think it's a great idea. We all bring different experiences to the table, and we all have different ways of doing things. So I am really excited to start doing this with her. I just thought I'd tell you a little bit about myself because most of you don't know me. So, I live in Southern California. I grew up in New Jersey. I've been living in Southern California for the past 25 years. And I worked in IT for the last 20 years. I did desktop, mobile, tablet, anything with a computer chip in it support. I did for 20 years at a local college. And prior to that, I had various jobs, but I always worked on a computer. So I started working on computers in 1986 and then full time in 87. So I was kind of an early adopter, loved technology, really couldn't get enough of it, loved the internet, got on the internet in like 92, so pretty early. And I completely overdid it. I was also into photography too, so I did a lot of photography editing, spent a lot of time in Photoshop. I did website design and editing, so I did a whole bunch of stuff. Unfortunately, I ended up with repetitive stress injuries to my neck, my shoulder. I had surgery on that like 5 years ago. I've had 3 surgeries on my hands in the last 12 months. So, what happened was I pretty much had to give up the job that I had, the IT job. Couldn't do it anymore, so I had to come up with something else to do. I was already in direct sales with a different company. I was introduced to Color Street in November 2017, and I decided to go with Color Street because it's a freaking amazing product and nobody else has anything like it. So, anyway, that's a little bit about me, and I will go ahead and go into the training now. So, I've been thinking long and hard about what I wanted to train on this morning, and Anita wanted us to focus on how to bonus qualify every month. So, first, I want to tell you why it's important to bonus qualify. It's important because if you don't bonus qualify, you can't get entered into some of the contests that Anita has, or the stylist exclusives that the company offers us, like the exclusive we have now for what is it, the bonbon, the cherry bonbon color. You have to bonus qualify 3 months in a row to receive those. And you want to receive those because that's free product. That's 100% profit when you sell those. Every single time they've had that type of offer, I have bonus qualified and received the free product. I think I bonus qualified every single month since I've been in the business. I'm pretty sure. So anyway, let's get to the follow-up. So my team and we do a lot of vendor events. We do a really big event that's put on a few times throughout the year down in Orange County in Southern California. And when we get new customers, we don't want to let them leave without getting at least their email address. So what we do is we use these little sales order pads, and we just get I try and get at least, like I said, their email. If you can get the phone number, great, that's awesome. And then I just fill it in here myself. I just put their name, and I don't even tell them why I'm asking for their email. I just say, can I get your name? Tell me their name and your email. And I would say 98 to 99% of the time, they give me the email. There are instances where they'll say they don't have email or they don't want to give out their email. And that's cool. I get it. Not everybody wants to give out their email address. But you really need to do it. You don't want to sell to somebody and then forget about them and them never hear from you again. You want to follow up with them to see, are they loving the product? Do they have any questions? And something I started doing recently was after after the event is over, I email all of my new customers a video on how to apply the nail strips, because over the past year of doing these events, I'll have some customers come back to me and tell me, oh, I couldn't get them on right. So I want to make sure they understand. We show them at the event how to put them on, but by the time they put the strips on, it could be a week or two, and they don't remember. So I send them a video on how to put them on, and then about a week or two after the event, I email them and ask them how they're loving their color streak. And a lot of times they'll email me back if they have questions, or they'll tell me how much they love them. And that's how I get new customers. And when I email them, I also give them a link to my VIP group in Facebook. So if they want to join that, they can. And another thing you can do with their email address is you can send them newsletters. And some of the most popular newsletters, I was just looking when I Googled create customer newsletter, the ones that came up at the top were Constant Contact and MailChimp, but there are a ton of them. If you Google create customer newsletter, there's like a ton of them. So just select one. Most of them you can use for free. I think Constant Contact will give you like 500. You can have up to 500 contacts in your database for free. So that's an awesome start. That's quite a few people. If you are not that tech savvy and you feel intimidated using one of those programs, cool, I get it. You can just create an email distribution list for your Color Street customers. You can do that in almost any email program, Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook. If you aren't sure how to create a distribution list, just Google it. How to create a distribution list in Google or in Outlook. How to create a distribution list in Gmail. If you don't know what a distribution list is, it's just a file that contains all of the email addresses of your customers, and you name that list like Color Street customers. And then when you're ready to email them, you would just type in the to-line the name of that distribution list, and it will populate it with all the email addresses that are contained in that list. But when you send it out, what you want to do is you don't want all your customers to see everybody else's email address. So you address the email to yourself, and then you BCC or blind carbon copy the distribution list. You can Google that too, okay, if you don't know how to do it. Google is your friend. Trust me. When I was working in IT, I used it all the time to figure out, when I had issues with computers, to figure out how to fix them, because if you're having the problem, chances are somebody else has had that problem too, and they've posted about it. So you can find solutions to pretty much anything on Google. Okay, so anyway, that is it. And my main reason for training on this today is that we need to make sure we develop relationships with our customers, that when they buy from you for the first time, they might be strangers, but we don't want to keep them as strangers. We want them to become customers. We want them to know, like, and trust you, so that they're more likely to purchase from you in the future. And we want to make sure they love the product, and that, if they're having trouble, we want to help them with with the product. So that's it. I hope you got some value and some new knowledge from my video, and I look forward to the next one. Take care, guys.